Welcome to Mickey Doc, written and read by Fintan Harvey.
Mickey Doc, Chapter 11. Derry hasn't changed much since I was away. The school kids are still gathered around the bus station, acting like dicks like they always do. The crazy old woman who feeds the pigeons is still throwing her bread up in the air and screaming as the pigeons go mental around her. The Guildhall still rings its bells every hour or so. Foyle Street still stinks and it's still raining. I'm feeling a bit sentimental about the old place. In fairness though, I've only been away 3.5 weeks, but it's still kinda nice to be back home. I just wish Mandy was here with me, but she says she's got way too many commitments in Manchester to be running back with me every time I fuck up. I wonder how many times she's expecting me to fuck up. It also feels good not having to look behind me everywhere I go in case the police are following me. I was like a nervous wreck going through the airport this morning. At one stage I was getting checked in and I almost confessed everything to the girl who was working there. She asked me my name, so I thought she was on to me, and this was the first of the interrogation process. I've seen the movie In the Name of the Father enough times to know that you should tell them what they need to know right away or things spiral out of control. My dad watches that movie at least once a month, the sad fucker. He told me once when he was drunk that if he ever ended up in a cell with me for a crime that he didn't commit, he'd batter me. I felt a whole lot better when I got to Derry though, because there wasn't many people in the plane, and I'm pretty sure none of them were filth who had followed me over. I'm just going to tell my ma and dad that I missed them and wanted to come home for a few days before the boot camp stage. I'll have 4 days in Derry, then back to Manchester the night before the boot camp. I feel like I'm an international jet centre with the amount of air miles I'm doing. At least I'll get a chance to practice my vocals here, but I'll have to go out to town a few nights and show people that I've made it now and I'm not afraid to splash the cash. I jump in the taxi to take me back to the house. I'm in the back. Usually I jump in the front seat, but lately I've started sitting in the back. It makes me feel like I'm being chauffeured around. The taxi driver obviously wants to talk, but I just want to stare out the window like somebody in a music video. Kinda all thoughtfully like. So where are you from, young fella? I'm from Derry, the house you're dropping me to. Are you? You must have been away for a while. I can hear a bit of an English accent there. Fuck, I was afraid of this happening. My ma and dad had to stop me from watching One Tree Hill when I was 15 because I developed an American accent. The last straw was when my dad brought me to watch a football match and I told him I'd rather sit in my fanny and drink soda because football is shit and basketball is like, oh my god, so much better. I don't even like basketball. I just got caught up in the whole American dream thing. When I make it to the judge's house in the X Factor, I really hope I get to go to America, and hopefully it's with Simon. I can just picture the two of us driving around downtown Los Angeles in his sports car with the hood down. Well, I've been in England a while. I'm competing in a music show over there. Really? Which one? He's struggling to look around to see if he recognises me. I can't say which one. I'm not allowed to talk about it till after it airs. Oh, you're probably one of them shit ones, are you? Is that why you don't want to tell me? No, Simon Cowell said I was incredible and Louis Walsh said I have a recording voice. That's hardly shit now, is it? Oh, so you're in the X Factor then? Fuck. I can't tell you which one. I just gave you those names to throw you. The rest of the way home he just keeps looking at me in the rear view mirror while shaking his head and laughing. He thinks it's a joke, but he'll be laughing on the other side of his face when he sees me ripping the show a new one. We pull up outside my house and my dad's car is there and my Auntie Margaret's. Let's hope George, the priest boy, isn't with her. I throw the taxi driver a tenner and tell him to keep the change. I was trying to put it in his shirt pocket like they do in the movies, but he just looked at me weirdly when I bypassed his hand and tried to reach into his pocket. Just as I'm about to close the door, he shouts after me. I turn around and pull a pen and paper from my trouser pocket. He's obviously looking for an autograph. You better not be shite! Then he just drives off, leaving me standing with the pen and paper in my hands. I get into the house and my ma meets me at the door. There's our wee superstar! As she's saying it, she's looking over my shoulder with a big head on her. She's just making sure that Mandy isn't with me. Then my dad comes out of the kitchen. Well, how are you getting on, son? Granda, I'm climbing the ladder of success and I'm loving it. Well, just make sure you ring your ma a bit more. She's been worried about you, you know. Shut up, John. Let the young fella live his life. But a wee phone call every once in a while to your ma wouldn't go amiss, son. My dad just shakes his head, lifts the newspaper and goes up the stairs. I'm away for a dump. That's all that fucker seems to do. I go into the kitchen and my Auntie Margaret gives me a big hug and kisses my forehead. She says she's proud of me and she's always knew that I'd be a superstar, which is nice of her to say, although she has been a fan from the start. She stinks of perfume though, so I get out of the hug as quickly as I can. Then I get a fright when I hear a voice behind me. It makes me jump. Well, hello there, Michael. How lovely it is to see you again. Where the fuck did he even come from? He's standing there holding my ma's dog in his arms like a wee baby, and the wee fucker of a dog is just lying there like butter wouldn't melt. I stare the dog out of it for about 20 seconds before I answer, just to show the bastard that the boss is back in town. Hello George, how's the whole religion thing going these days? I never know what to say to him. The whole religion thing is going very well, Michael. Thank you for asking. How are you finding the sermons in England as opposed to here? And could you please look at me and not the dog when you're talking to me? I release the dog from the death stare and look at George. Pretty much the same, only the accents are different. He just gives me that look he gives me when he knows I'm lying, which is pretty much all the time when I'm around him. My ma then starts getting into one, telling me absolutely everything about what's been happening in Derry since I've been away, with my Auntie Margaret joining in from time to time to back up the story. Did you hear about Magella McCafferty? Nope, can't say I did. Well, she's pregnant again, 4th child from 4 different fathers. Then my Auntie Margaret pops in. Aye, I heard her Auntie Mary tell somebody at the bingo last Friday. She said, thank God her mother isn't alive to see it or she'll be spinning in her grave. And did you hear about Johnny McLaughlin? Johnny McLaughlin lives in Springtown. No, his uncle. Don't know him. Aye, you do. Started working at the fish counter in the butcher's a few months ago. Nope, don't know him. Red-haired fella, looks a bit like a ginger David Cameron. She shakes her head just 'cause she knows fucking everybody. Well, anyway, wait till I tell you what happened to him. He was caught doing the double. Turns out that he was claiming social allowance the whole time he was working in the butcher's. Auntie Margaret pops in again, nodding away at her head like the fucking dog from the Churchill insurance ads. And it was his wife that touted on him 'cause she was fed up with him coming home stinking of fish every day. This shite goes on for a good half an hour before I tell him I need to make a phone call and fuck off to my room. Then I remember my dad hadn't come back down the stairs since I come up, so I pop my head into his room. He's just lying in the bed listening to Radio Foil. Your turn to listen to them for a while there, son. I had an hour it before you come in. I go to my room and text Mandy. I hadn't heard anything from her all day. Then I text Stevie to tell him I'm back and hopefully they'll still want to go out for a drink with me. I want to show the lads that I have a few quid about me now and I'm not even working. He texts back right away. Glad to hear from you. We're going out tonight to celebrate. I just text back. Happy days. Where and when? He just texts back. Bentley, 6ish. You see, after all that me and the lads have been through lately, they still come out to celebrate me coming home. I arrive at the Bentley bar at 6:30. I always like to be fashionably late, as well as fashionably great. I go to the bar where I spot Dekey, Murdy and Stevie in the corner. They don't even notice me, but they seem in good spirits. I head over to their table, and Murdy is the first to see me. He looks half cut already as he jumps off his stool and comes over to shake my hand. Mickey talk me old mucker, glad you could be here to help me celebrate. What do you want to drink, buddy? Champagne? Champagne sounds good. I'll grab us a bottle. No way, man, I'm getting the champagne and we've already went through a bottle. Last of the big time spenders. Where did you get all the money all of a sudden? Then it hits me. He said, glad you can be here to help me celebrate. Didn't you hear? I won 20 grand the Free State Lotto yesterday. Jesus Christ, 20 grand? I won it in the bookies too. Fuck, he has more money than me. Then the rest of the lads come over. It's like I've never been away. I'm still in shock though that Murdy of all people has more money than me. And I'm supposed to be showing off how rich I am tonight. I need to get the champagne, just to show that he's not the only one with cash to flash. I'm getting the champagne, lads. You boys sit down, I'll bring it over. No fucking way, man. I want the money. I'll buy the drinks. You're not the only one with money, Murdy. I'll get the champagne. Fair enough. Then he sits down again. I go up to the bar and order a bottle. Then I think, fuck it, I'm not going to be outdone with Murdy, so I buy 4 bottles of champagne, a bottle each. The barman stares at me like I've lost the plot. Obviously they don't get many people like me in here, even though I used to drink in here all the time. Do you want the 4 bottles now? Of course I want them now. But do you not just want to drink one at a time? No, I want the 4 of them now, Jesus Christ. But that means I'll have to get 4 ice buckets. So, I want 4 bottles of champagne now. You realise they're £60 a bottle? Oh, so you only have the cheap stuff then? I suppose I'll take it. Jesus Christ, 60 quid a bottle. After doing a quick bit of maths in my head, I realise that's nearly £200. That'll be £240, please. Fucking stupid maths. The barman gives me the first bottle in an ice bucket and I take it to the table. He says he'll bring down the rest of them. The lads have obviously been chatting away about me because they shut up when I get there. Stevie's the first to speak. So where did you get the money for champagne? Usually you can't afford a pint. Well, when you're about to become a superstar, money just seems to come to you. Then Marty pipes in. Mickey's a rent boy! Everybody starts laughing, including me. It just feels so good to be with the lads again. All the other shit that's been going on seems a million miles away. Then I remember that Mandy still hasn't texted me back, so I send her another message. Miss you, babe. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Then the barman comes to the table with the other 3 bottles of champagne. Stevie tells him it must be a mistake and is about to send them back when I stand up. There's a bottle for each of us, lads. From now on, we live the good life. Then I stare at Murray. And some of us actually earn our money. He just makes a wanker sign with his hand, then says, there's no way he's a rent boy anyway, because he wouldn't be able to afford a packet of crisps, never mind champagne. So then I buy all the crisps that are behind the bar, which cost me another 100 quid. This act in the big shot is costing me a fortune, but it's worth it to see the lads think that I've made it. We're all getting pretty hammered and having a crack. Even Dekey is knocking them back. In fairness though, he spent enough money on me over the years, it's about time I spent some on him. The stick is flying, and before long the conversation turned back to where I got the money. People always want to talk about money. Stevie brings it up. So where does an unemployed Derry man living in England get the money to be buying 4 bottles of champagne? I make sure to remind him. And all the crisps behind the bar. And all the crisps behind the bar. So go on, tell us. Well, if you must know, I got a loan until I start earning from the X Factor. They all look at each other, then back at me. Dekey pipes in. What kind of bank would give an unemployed person a loan? No offence. None taken. It was Mandy that set it up for me. One of her friends kind of runs his own bank. The lads are all suddenly looking worried. You mean you get that money from a loan shark? That name makes it sound dodgy. Knuckles is a sound fella. No filling out forms, no speaking down to me, no questions. He just gave me what I needed, then he got it for me that evening. They're all looking at me like I'm thick. I hate that look. Dekey is suddenly Mr. Serious Head again. You're saying you get the money from a loan shark called Knuckles? You realise this guy is more than likely a gangster. He'll squeeze you for more and more money, or get you to hold stuff for him, or be involved in his illegal activities. You've done some pretty dumb things before, man, but this is huge. The other 3 lads have their mouths open and just nod. How much are you talking? Just 6 grand. They all gasp, if that's even the right word. I had convinced myself that it was okay to get 6 grand from somebody. Now I'm starting to doubt myself. Maybe he'll be cool and just take the money back after I start earning from the X Factor. They all look at Dekey, then he speaks. Mickey, you know we all love you like a brother, and don't be taking this the wrong way, but what happens if you don't make any money from the X Factor? Whoa, whoa, whoa! You could call me stupid for taking money from a loan shark, then going on a robbery with him and his gang, but don't ever, ever say that I'm not going to do well in the X Factor. I'm all of a sudden standing up with rage now. The lads look stunned again. Murray says, What do you mean went on a robbery with him and his gang? Yeah man, you went on a robbery with a gang. Fuck, I didn't mean to tell him all that. This calms me down to sit again. Knuckles asked Mandy to tell me he needed a hand. I thought I was a wee bit mad at the time. A wee bit mad? What the fuck, man? Well, I was only sitting in a jeep keeping watch. I didn't really see anything. It's not as mad as it sounds. I can tell they're all still a bit shocked. Then Marty lightens the mood with one of his made up stories, the lion fucker. I know somebody who could sort this out for you, you know. I just roll my eyes. Don't tell me, your dad's Superman. No, seriously, a guy that used to live down the road from me in Gallia, Big Sean, he's a massive player in the criminal world in England right now, one of the top men in Europe too. This has come from the same bloke who once told me that he met Angelina Jolie in Buncrana and went out for dinner with her, only to find out she was trying to get him into a threesome with her and Brad, so he had to do a runner on her. It's good to know your friends, imaginary friends, are always there to help out. If you want me to give him a shout for you, I will. I'm sure he could sort things out pretty easily, plus he still owes me a favour. As I said before, Marty is a total moon man sometimes. Cheers, Marty. If I need him, I'll give you a shout. The lads keep asking me questions about my time in England until I have enough and decide to go home. That and the fact I'm absolutely rubbered. I don't tell anybody that I'm leaving because they'll just talk me into staying longer. I check my phone and there's still nothing from Mandy. I haven't heard from her since I left England. I literally fall into my bed and text with one eye shut, another one working overtime trying to concentrate. Missing you, baby. XXC. Holy sweet mother of fuck, I've just woke up with the worst hangover in the world. I can't even open my eyes yet or lift my head, so I just feel around the top of the bed for my phone. I find it under the pillow, so I very slowly move it to the front of my face. Then very slowly again I open my eyes. Jesus, the brightness hurts, so I give myself a few seconds to adjust. My mouth is so dry I can hardly open it. My tongue is kind of stuck to the top of my mouth, and every time that I move my head hurts. I look at my phone to check if Mandy has got back to me. Still nothing. All I have is a few texts from the lads checking I get home alright. The fact that Mandy hasn't got back to me is really freaking me out right now. I check her Facebook and her Twitter, but there's been nothing new since she last texted me. I check my email too, just in case, but there's nothing from her. I have 4,112 new emails. I'd really need to start clearing them because they're usually all shite. Nothing from Mandy, no. Then I see an email from the X Factor and it was from a few weeks ago. Shit, I hope this wasn't important. I quickly open it and read it. Michael, just a quick email to remind you that the boot camp stages will take place on Saturday, August 24th at the SSE Arena, Wembley. A total of 114 acts have successfully reached the boot camp stage this year. You will be put into groups and take part in a sing-off where the judges cut half the acts, leaving 57 contestants to compete for the 6-seat challenge. We will expect to see you at the main offices of the SSE Arena at 8 AM sharp Saturday, August 24th, bringing with you the pass that you have been given at the last stages, along with an ID and a copy of this email. We would also like to remind you that the first editions of this year's X Factor will begin airing on ITV the following week, Saturday the 31st of August at 8 PM. Your edition will be on in the very first week of the new season. If you have any other questions, then please don't hesitate to call me on 020-7854-6523. Sincerely, Robert Abbott, X Factor Assistant Producer. Now that just helped with the hangover. 3 more days till the boot camp and 10 more days till the auditions to go out to millions of people across the world, and finally people get to see that a new superstar is in the making. I'll not be touching another drink until after the boot camp because I really need to be giving it 100%. I really need to practice for the next few days, then head to London on Friday night. I just hope that Mandy gets in contact very soon because I'm getting pretty worried about her not texting. I start thinking about what the lad said about getting money from a loan shark and how dangerous it all is, but at the moment all I can think about is the X Factor. For years it has taken over my thoughts and now I'm on the verge of fame. That's all I want, fame and fortune, nothing more, nothing less. I really want Mandy to be there with me at the boot camp though. Then I remember that Mandy used my phone a few times to ring Knuckles, so I search through my call log and find his number. I clear my throat as the phone rings. Who is this? Knuckles, it's me, Mickey Doc. I was just wondering if you've heard anything from Mandy. It's just that she hasn't been replying to my messages and I haven't heard from her. I just want to make sure she's okay. She's here, mate. She's had a phone net. I'll put her on to you. Mandy comes on the phone. Hey there, some fucking dickhead has nicked my fucking phone, mate. No way. Fuck that. What about the insurance? Yeah, I'm getting a new one today, but that's not the fucking point. I have a lot of sensitive stuff in that phone, and if it gets in the wrong hands, know what I'm saying? Maybe you can get the same sensitive stuff in your new phone? I don't have a clue what she means by sensitive stuff. Jesus, sometimes I forget how fucking thick you are, man. Look, I'm just busy sorting something here, but I'll text you when I get the new phone this afternoon. Hope you're not missing me too much. I'm actually missing you loads, and then I realised she's hung up on me.